Hello, everyone. So, hello, everyone. I know I'm gonna get uh, tons of hate for this video. I know I'm gonna get tons of hate for this video. Yeah, I'm gonna get tons of hate for this video, and I might get demonetized on YouTube for making this video. So, to start off first, I've said this a million times on YouTube. I am a disabled black man. I live on I live on disability, and I have a violent misdemeanor conviction, and I also have a permanent physical injury, which would prevent me from working. Uh, so to get that out of the way, just get that out of the way. Um, so to make a long story short, I was watching. I believe so. I'm recording this in early. I'm recording this in the exact middle of June in 2026. So yesterday, I saw an Anton Daniels video. So basically, Anton Daniels is this black guy on YouTube, and I guess he made a lot of money in the history. I guess he made a lot of money in business and history, and he flipped that money into building a successful YouTube channel. So his videos routinely get a million views each. Well, okay, the videos that YouTube promotes of his tend to have a million views each. So 1.2, 1.3 million each. So yesterday I saw one of his videos, and he was talking. He was featuring this guy. He was featuring this white guy, and he was featuring this white guy, and basically, Anton Daniels gets the most of his views by featuring white guys who complain about black people. Basically, he gets most of his views by featuring white guys who complain about black people, and white people love his channel because they can watch it. They can watch the channel without looking racist, because they can just say that they're supporting a black business by watching a black person complain about black people. So, watching a black person feature white people who complain about black people. So basically, Anton Daniels yesterday was featuring this white guy, and he basically said that he was tired of having to apologize for being white, which yeah. So he was tired of having to apologize for being white. To make a long story short, he said that no black person was ever affected by slavery or Jim Crow or redlining or police brutality or malicious prosecution or uneven sentencing or any of the things that happened before, during, or after slavery. So no black person living today was affected by anything that ever happened in this country, just like no American was ever affected by the passing of the Declaration of Independence. No American was ever affected by the Bill of Rights. And by extension, no American was obviously no American was affected by the Ten Commandments. So like I said, he claimed that no black person was ever affected by anything that happened in this country, and then he goes on to say that basically his family came in as immigrants after slavery, which means by extension that none of his family ever profited from any harming of black people, because they came after the black harming section of American history. And then he goes on to say, of course, that basically he says that no black person has a job, every white person has a job. White people have to not. I'm sorry. He says that non-black people have to work, but black people are the only people in the country who do not have jobs. And he says that Uh, 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 he says that uh, he's tired of having to apologize for being white, and so that's basically what he said. He basically just says that black people are lazy and they don't contribute to society, and that America doesn't owe. I mean, I guess this was specifically about reparations. He said America doesn't owe black people reparations because black people were never affected negatively by anything that America did. So that's basically what he said. And I watched the video. I did make a comment on his video on that video pertaining to the man's comments, and I don't want to talk about that comment right now that I made on the video. So what I'll say for this video is that first of all, you got to what I would say to the guy is that first of all, you got a job. You got a job. So he keeps talking about how he worked 50 hours a week, never took a vacation, never took a break, never had a sick day. He worked 50 hours a week. I'm assuming he's claiming that he worked 50 hours a week since the second he dropped out of his mother's womb. I'm assuming that's what he's insinuating. But he claims he worked 50 hours a week his entire life. Never got a leg up. Never got an advantage over anybody. Never was given a second chance because he was white. Never, obviously, never hired over a black person who was more qualified than him. So he claims he worked 50 hours a week his entire life, and he never had any advantage. Never took a break. So, but what I'm saying is that you got a job. You got a job. It's a job. So, getting a job. Getting a job is the bare minimum. Getting a job is the bare minimum. Getting a job is not some existential burden. Getting a job is not some existential burden. It's the bare minimum. If you're an adult, you get a job. It's the bare minimum. So I'm not doing the bare minimum because legally most jobs will not hire me, and they wouldn't even hire me before I had the disability and the violent misdemeanor. But getting a job is the bare minimum if you're an adult. It's not some existential burden. You're not gonna be declared as a saint or a martyr for getting a job. You go out, you fill out a job application, and you get a job. That's what you do if you're an adult. So that's the first thing. So, and I want to make this video rather short. I'm already at 8 minutes. The second thing that I would say is that the second thing I would say is that if what he says is true, if every single black person in America is on welfare, if absolutely no black person in America ever held a job, worked for free, worked while in prison for pennies on the hour, pay child support, pay taxes, sales taxes or income taxes, FICA taxes. If no black person in America ever started a business, raised children, sent children to college, sent children to the military, got the Medal of Honor or whatever. If no black person ever was featured on the Forbes 500 or the Forbes 40, if no black person ever helped an old lady cross the street, if no black person started a nursing home for old people, if no black person ever started a preschool or a daycare for young children, if no black person ever was a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, you know what I'm getting at. If no black person ever worked, if no black person ever commit and contributed to society, financially, socially, spiritually, physically, economically, if no black person ever helped anybody, and on the other hand, and this is the second part, on the other hand, if every single white person in America has a job, if every single white person in America has a job, and if every single white adult in America has a job, not today, I mean not 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago, not 50 years ago, if every single white person in America today has a job in 2026, if every single white person in America living today has a job in 2026, and if every single white person in America is raising a family, working without breaks, no vacation, whatever. If and on the other hand, if absolutely zero white people are on welfare today, if absolutely zero white people on welfare, that includes men, women, and children and families. If absolutely zero white people are on welfare today, if absolutely if that includes if absolutely zero white people are working full-time jobs and still getting food stamps, if absolutely zero white people are on Section 8, if absolutely zero white people are on Medicaid, if absolutely zero white people are on light heap, obviously those programs were eliminated. If absolutely zero white people are living in their cars in parking lots right now, if absolutely zero white people are living in homeless shelters right now, if absolutely zero white people are living in 10 cities, or if absolutely zero white people are going to the emergency room for procedures when they don't have insurance, if absolutely zero white people are in America are uninsured in the first place, then if all those things are true, if 100% of white people are contributing to society, and 100% of black people are on welfare, as this man says, as this man obviously believes, then the solution is simple: just make welfare illegal. Just make welfare illegal. So if what you say is true, 100% of whites and 100% of blacks are in opposite positions. All you have to do is make welfare legal, and naturally, all black people will go away overnight because they wouldn't be able to survive without that check. So, like I said, I'm already at 12 minutes. So anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say for this video. And like I said, if you liked the video, please like it. If you disliked the video, please dislike it. If you would like to make a comment, remember, YouTube has rules for comments, so always follow YouTube's commenting rules. If you would like to share the video, you can share it on your various social media channels. And that's all I wanted to say for this video. Yeah, I'll get more into the details of this in future videos. So, have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.